Greetings and salutations, comic book conversationalists. This is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and this is a 2-for-1 weekly haul video. As I said, I didn't do a video last week. I did a post on YouTube, so I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I only got 3 books last week. And as much as I am able to do a 10-minute video with 3 books, I've been kind of busy lately. We're getting ready to wrap up the school year. We had a lot of stuff going on. Tomorrow is my young five's last day of school, so I'm sure it's going to be kind of a weird, sort of bittersweet, sort of emotional day for those kids. Then Friday is Torrance last day as a second grader. I'm still having a hard time coming to grips with the fact that my oldest is going to be a third grader at the end of this year. It's unreal. But that said, we're getting ready to wrap up the school year, gearing up for as much summer fun as we could possibly afford, and basically just try to make things as wonderful and as comfortable for our boys as possible, considering our current situation, and still holding out hope that things are going to turn around and we will have our own home soon. So that said, let's talk about the books that I picked up. So starting with last week's books. I believe these are all the books that I picked up last week. We got Storm #1. This is one that I got from my LCS's raffle last week. So not a book that I would normally buy. I'm not a big X-Men fan, but, you know, Storm. You know, I may check it out. I still haven't read it yet. I also picked up the final issue of the Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis event. So I actually have to read this. I'm on issue 3, I think, for this one. I haven't been reading my books as regularly as I like because I've just been really busy with the year-end deal. And Doctor Strange #3. I still hate saying #3. Doctor Strange is one of those characters. He should have books in triple digits, actually. This is Legacy numbering 429. Which sounds better to say Doctor Strange #429 as opposed to Doctor Strange #3. To me, that's just how it is to me. So this week, I had absolutely no new books on my pull list. Not sure how that happened, which probably means next week, the week after, are going to be big weeks for me. But this week, I had nothing, so I decided to go into my pull box and pull out what I could that was in there. I think the only thing that's left in there is an Elvira comic right now. But this is everything else that I pulled out of my box here. We've got Barbaric Hell to Pay #4, wrapping up the Hell to Pay miniseries. Can't wait to check this one out. I love Barbaric. It's such a fun concept, such a fun story. And I like the idea that they're doing it as a series of miniseries. I'm not sure if it would work as an ongoing, but as a series of miniseries, it works great. It works perfectly. So we got Hell to Pay #4, Danny Ketch Ghost Rider #1, that Mark Texeira variant. I mean, if it's Ghost Rider and it's Tex, I got to get it because, you know, those two go together like peanut butter and jelly, in my opinion. I grabbed, let's see, which issue is first? I don't know. So we'll just do it this way. This is Garbage Pail Kids. Okay, well, it's one or the other. So we got Garbage Pail Kids versus Mad Balls. We've got the Screamin' Mimi versus Brainy Janie cover. Looks like a boxing match poster cover, which is why I grabbed these ones. And then we've got the Skullface versus Bony Joni. Those are pretty cool covers. And last, and certainly not least, this is kind of a weird thing. I don't even remember putting this as a request, because I try to stay away from magazines as much as possible, because I currently don't have I have really no setup for magazines. With all my books and everything and trades in storage, my magazine boxes in storage as well. But this is a reprint of the April 1966 issue of Weird. I think this is the second issue. It's a facsimile edition reprint of a magazine. So I'm not at all familiar with Weird. I don't know anything about it. Don't know why I even decided to spend the $13 for this reprint, but it is what it is, and I got it. So that said, let's see here. I'm not really sure if it would be fair to do a cover of the week, because these are books that are not new, but we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to pick, excuse me, I'm still coming over this whole allergy crap. I hate it, but we're going to go with the Tex Ghost Rider cover with Ghost Rider Danny Ketch. The Ghost Rider that got me into comic books is back on comic shelves, and I'm absolutely loving the hell out of it. So that said, I guess this still ended up being a short video. There's really not a whole lot to talk about since I got no new comic books. I know the Spider-Man 2099, the first couple of issues that I've read were really fun. The Doctor Strange series, we're only 3 issues into it, but it's still a pretty fun series. I mean, I've been enjoying it for what it is. I did read this issue. It's got it's sort of like there's a moment with if I remember, I don't know if they still do it, but I remember them doing something where in Fantastic Four, where like one day a year, all hostilities between Doctor Doom and Reed Richards cease, and they have like a chess game or something. They get together and they talk as peers, not as enemies. And this issue here kind of does the same thing. It's called the Parlay Day, and it's where Dormammu is able to possess a human body and come to Earth, and he gets to have these conversations with Stephen Strange. And there's no fight, there's no battle. He's not trying to take over anything, but it still becomes sort of a game of chess with a human life involved, and it became really interesting. I really kind of enjoyed it. And I do like that cover too. That's a pretty sweet cover. Sort of misleading because Dormammu does not possess Doctor Strange, but it still makes for a very sweet visual. So I gotta love that. And that's it. So that's all I've got. So like I said, it's kind of a quick video because we've been really busy getting ready to wrap up the school year. My first, I was in there October, November. I think it was October, and so kind of towards the beginning of the school year. So this is ending my first year as a teacher's assistant, and I'm looking forward to starting next year. Full year, we're gonna have more kids in Young Fives. We're gonna have over 30 of them. We only got like 22 this year. We're gonna have over 30 next year. It's gonna be crazy, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the kind of personalities we have, because the batch of kids we got this year, some great personalities, and I know none of them are going to see this, but I do wish them the absolute best in everything they do in their lives. They got a great group of very intelligent and very talented, very caring and loving kids in my Young Fives, and it does give me a lot of hope for the future. It really, really does. But that said, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for all the likes, the comments, the subscription, the subscribes or whatever. So, feel free to do all that stuff and, like and share the video, all that fun stuff. And I will see everybody next week, which I'm hoping is not a huge week, but it's kind of gearing up like it's going to be. I got to check the list still. I haven't checked any of the lists yet, because when I have a week like this where there's next to nothing, or as in this case is nothing, I kind of hesitate to look at the following week, because it's usually a stack. And I don't know if I want to deal with that right now. So, but anyway, that said, thanks for watching. Thanks for your continued support. And I will see everybody next week with another weekly haul video. Have a good weekend, everybody.